Hey guys, Luke here. We're back for episode 31, I believe, of the Dream Team. Let's get straight into it. Now, as you can tell by the title, we're taking on the team full of wingers, and I think it's a pretty good one. If I say so myself, I also had a really good idea for another team, but we'll save that for the next one. I won't spoil what it is, but while the ads are, well, not ads, I should say, while the loading screens are coming up, let's say, if you could drop a like, that'd be awesome, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos and that sort of stuff, because it's much appreciated. And leave a comments as well. That'll be I'll reply to all of them. And like I said many times before, if I don't reply, it's because it won't let me. Sometimes it comes up. Well, like the reply thing won't come up at all. I think it's a Google Plus thing. So maybe you got to make a Google Plus account or something like that. I don't know. So here's our dream team. And once again, I wrote down the team on a Word document. It's going to be a lot better than the Rabbitohs one, because obviously I don't want to spoil anything with the Rabbitohs one. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is do the like go through the teams one, so wingers, centers, all that, and then I'm going to cut to stop doing this for a little bit and do all my season reviews for all the teams, and then go back and do the Warriors. That's my plan. So if you wanted to see the thing, you can look in the description, like the team. You can look in the description, or you can just go back a little bit, or you can just listen to me talk here. So Thurston takes the ball. Wow, wasn't supposed to get a Hayne. Knock on first tackle. So the team is Brett Morris, Jason Nightingale, Radradra, Sisa Waqa, Antonio Winterstein, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Peta Hiku. Then we got Akuile Uate, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, Marika Koroibete. I just don't want to concede here. I'm about to concede. And we concede. Wow. Yeah, and then Daniel Vidot, who's the one who just scored. Got Manu Vatuvei, Josh Mansour. In the benches, Lote Tuqiri, Jorge Taufua. Oh my god, what's his name? Daniel Tupou. I was thinking Anthony Tupou for some reason. Yeah, Daniel Tupou and Edrick Lee is the bench. Now, I think it's a pretty formidable team, if I say so himself. Also, for some reason, I don't know if... Can someone leave in the comments, Tuivasa-Zelezniak, is he goal kick? Because on this game, he's like one of the best kickers in here. He's got like 84 rated or something out of 100. So that's pretty good. I thought, because I had him in my career mode, and I thought that his goal kicking was just like, it just improved heaps, but it turns out he's just really good from the start, so I don't know what's the deal there. Eastwood drops Koroibete. Now basically the concept of the site, well not concept, but how I picked players by position, not necessarily their skill, because obviously there's a few people missing. Like if we're going to go off like how good people are, you know, there'd be probably Alex Johnson would be in there. I'm sure there's a few others that I'm missing out on, but I went with who's most suitable. We've got Radradra herself up here as our winger. And I suppose you could say Haynes maybe. Nah, he's not really. Yeah, so I thought Brett Morris he's played fullback before. I suppose a lot of them have played fullback, but I'd say he'd be best suited for fullback because you know he's probably the best player out of all these guys. Come on, Aiden. Damn. I should have tried to take on Morris there. Come on, James Graham. Get there. James Graham gets there and scores. Sorry for that little silence there. Just concentrating. Yeah, so Brett Morris, he's got the speed. I'm not sure about passing game and all that, but from memory, he's not too bad for fullback. And then we got his wing partner, Nightingale. I mean, you could argue Nightingale should be there. You could argue a lot of people, Tuivasa-Sheck, whatever. But yeah, Nightingale, he's on the wing, and I just picked him. Just I don't know. I think he'd be more suitable to the wing spot. And then we have the other wing spot with Antonio Winterstein, and I had Kyle Felt listed in the side, but I was like, well, he doesn't really play. Winterstein plays every week, and he's played every week for like 4 years or something. So it felt right to put him in there, and he's he's big enough. Oh, we just saw another forward pass. Wow. Damn. Yeah, so that's why we put Winterstein, even though he has one of the best fouls ever, with his tripping over his feet and then dropping it, putting the ball down. That was incredible. Radradra on Radradra there. Their names almost lined up, if you have a look. It's another good tackle. So we can move on to the centre spots. Got Radradra and Sisa Waqa, the two Fijians. There's quite a few Fijians here. Oh, Sammy Burgess couldn't get it. Thought we had an intercept there. Good tackle by Sonny Bill over the sideline. What a tackle. What a play. SBW all day. That rhymes, and I wasn't really trying to rhyme. Well, I wasn't at the start, but then I turned it into a rap. No, it wasn't even a rap. I'm gonna score though. The half, I think that must be Hiku. You can't catch him. Wow. Yeah, so Radradra, I think he's probably could play centre. He'll probably end up in the centres maybe. He's got, he's got a good fan. He's got a good little offload. Decision making, I don't know, but for the try with the one where he holds off Barber and just drags him with him, it looked like he started off playing in the centres, so he looked pretty good there in that try. So maybe his attack in the centres will be alright, but a lot of the Fijians can't defend. I hope that wasn't racist. That wasn't meant to be racist. It's just, I know they just can't really. I suppose it's because they have, like in particular these sort of guys, Radradra and the Bullies, all that. They've been playing union, so obviously it's a little bit different. I mean the whole shape of the ball and the shape of the another forward pass. Holy shit! You'd think that we've got a bunch of random players in random positions. Yeah, let's get off Radradra. We're going to Sisa Waqa, who has played centre 100%. I remember him playing for Fiji when I did my my World Cup previews, should say. And I think he's even played for the Storm in the centres. He might have even played there in the grand final. I know he didn't. Oh, he might have actually. Yeah, he did. He contained Josh Morris it was stupid good. It was quite annoying. There was so many half chances that he just kept getting in the way. Him and Will Chambers. Wow, Eastwood just got brushed off there. If you didn't see it. Good stuff, Sammy Tompkins. Just need to hold him out to half time, I think. So we got all the back line done pretty much, except now the halves. Now, obviously, none of these really played halves, but the best I could come up with was Tuivasa-Sheck at 5'8", considering he's kind of like a fullback. So I thought, he probably has the skills to play a little bit of 5'8". And then we have Peta Hiku, who I think has played halfback once or twice for Manly. He's sort of, can play everywhere, literally. I had him listed in a hooker at one stage, but I couldn't find anyone more suitable to play halfback than him. So, he's the best out of the bunch. Because obviously there's not going to be, Sean Johnson, intercept. Not going to be a whole bunch of wingers who can play halfback or 5'8". So, yeah, like I said, best of the bunch. I thought for a second we might have ended up over the sideline there. So, my thought process for picking forwards is basically all the big damaging ones. So, here's our props, Akuile Uate and Koroibete. Now, height-wise, not the biggest, but in terms of being really hard to tackle and just running hard and straight, they're probably second to none. Pretty good players in that sort of sense. So I thought they were most accurate for that position. Because how many props do you see go up and just step everybody? I'm not to say that Uate does not step or Koroibete, but the biggest asset is just being able to have speed and just run over the top of everybody. Which I know isn't exactly like a prop, but it's close as we can get. Same goes with all these people. I mean, they're wingers. Apart from wing, what other positions can they play? And a bit of fullback, centre. Good tackle, Tompkins. Yeah, so Uate, for the Knights, he's just someone, he's probably got a fair bit of footwork, but I think his biggest asset is just, you see him coming across, and then the fullback, you see him running down the sideline, the fullback comes across, and they just shoulder charge them to hell, and then the fullback's just dead. That's what seems to happen, and the same can be said for Koroibete. He's known for put on a shoulder charge or two. There was one he put a bell ring on someone when they were going in for a try, when he was playing for Tigers, from his first game, I think. He came flying across out of nowhere, put one of the biggest hits I've ever seen on, and I think they dropped the ball or something. But it was so awesome. And then I remember him doing a shoulder charge this year, got penalised for it in a Bulldogs game. So, he does shoulder charge and stuff, which is props do that sometimes. And then we move on to the hooker position. We have Zelezniak. Oh wow, Zelezniak. Good tackle, Tompkins. Now he's another one. Like I said, I had Hiku listed in at hooker, but then I thought, no, we don't have any other halfbacks. And Zelezniak, a lot of these players, a hooker position, we just need them to come in there for a few seconds. That's all it would have been. They can rotate whatever if they want, if that's what they really desire to do. So Zelezniak, thought he could probably just slip in there for a little while. Same as Hiku. None of them are actual hookers, like I said. So that's the hooker position. Oh, intercept. No, it's not intercept. And we couldn't draw in the fullback either. So we go into second row. Daniel Vidot, who I believe has actually played. Wow, we got tackled there. Oh, no, yeah, don't worry. I was thinking that he was playing fullback. I was like, why the hell's Morris out there? We are not gonna catch the bomb. I don't know why I bombed it. We're lucky not to have a runaway there. Yeah, so Daniel Vidot, I think he's played a little bit of second row when he was at the Dragons. Not to say that he is a second row, just, you know, he's played there. Oh, Radradra on Sisa Waqa. Big hit. Yeah, so Vidot, he's pretty strong. He's one of the stronger wingers, but he also does, you know, he's decent in the air. He's kind of a good all-rounder, while not being a good all-rounder. I don't know how to explain it. He can do everything, he just doesn't do it all the time. I suppose that can be said about a lot of players, but Daniel Vidot, he's pretty hot and cold. Like, he's pretty good for Broncos, but then all of a sudden, like, he'll drop one over the side, like when he's going in for a try. You know, everyone's done it before, but he just has a tendency to do it a lot more than others. And then we have the other second row, Manu Vatuvei, who he definitely could play in second row, but he's more of an asset out in the wing, I believe, as to why, you know, he doesn't play second row. I don't know what everyone's fascination is with, you know, when they see some, you know, good centre who's young, they're like, he'll be a good second rower. Well, it's like, well, why can't he just be a good centre, or, you know, a good winger? Why do they have to move to the forwards every time? Like, could you imagine if Tony Williams stayed on the wing? Like, they just pass to him and be like, Tony, here's the ball. But now, they moved him into the second row, and he's a bit of a pussy. And it's a bit rich coming from me, but, you know, out of all the other forwards, it's just how he is. Compared to other forwards is what I'm saying. He's not literally a pussy because he plays footy, but just out of all the other players, he lacks, you know, the aggression of a forward for some reason. It's an alright kick, going to go over and out for touch. Then we move on to the lock forward. Oh, I should say Vatuvei, yeah, just, he does have footwork, but not much. He just pretty much just runs and just hits people hard, runs hard, knocks people out, shit like that. And then we've got lock Josh Mansour, who I think would probably be the most suited to lock for this. Actually, well, you know, he's sort of the son of your sort of lock, I would say. Can, you know, get a good offload away. Oh my god. I thought Tompkins missed that, so Inglis would drop back to fullback. Good read by Cam Smith, or by me. I don't know why I say by Cam Smith when it's me playing. Yeah, so Mansour, he's got good footwork, can get a dummy half, can do pretty much everything. I'd say he's one of the best wingers in my opinion. He just needs to cut out some of the shit in his game, like drop balls and all that. But he'd be a good lock in my opinion. Or actually, he probably wouldn't be, but just out of these guys, if he had to play lock, he'd be the best one. Because no way would he be in the class of Greg Eastwood or anybody. He probably wouldn't even be in the top 50 locks in New South Wales Cup. That's a bit of a stretch there. Yeah, so enough of that. Mansour at lock. The bench is just a whole bunch of players who I thought were kind of big enough to be a forward if they had chose to. Or their style is like a bash and barge and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to start off with Lote Tuqiri, who, you know, he is quick, but he's also, you know, pretty big, pretty solid, can brush off a few players, can make a pretty good tackle if needed. Yeah, so thought he was a good spot for the bench, and, you know, he could play forwards probably for a little bit if needed. It's just some of those players that get in and run like forwards anyways. Then we have Jorge Taufua, who he's another one of the bash and barges. He doesn't necessarily get into heaps of like the dirty work as like a forward, but, you know, he finishes like a forward, just drops people and dives over. Then Dallin Tupou, a big lanky lad, probably be an okay second rower. He probably wouldn't be, but he was just in there. And same with Edrick Lee, same as Dallin Tupou, big tall, that's why he's there. So it's coming to end the episode. We have another win, so we still got just the one loss on the record, I believe. Yeah, so our Radradra picks up the end of the match, I hope, with the one try. And Graham picked up another one, Thurston 2 goals, Daniel Vidot for them. Watene-Zelezniak, the one try, they went ahead early, they couldn't handle us. And that's where we're going to end it. If you could leave a like, that'd be awesome. And subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome too. And yeah, like the video, all that. And I'll see you for the next episode. Which is, I don't know. Well, I know it is, but I'm not going to say it. Alright, see you guys. Bye.